Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Everything Lauren. It is currently Sunday, November 20th. I know I told y'all that I was going to be back yesterday, but I didn't come back. I did take my daughter to the movies. We went to go see Loud Loud Crocodile. As I was telling y'all yesterday, she really wasn't into going to go see Wakanda, so we didn't go see it. That's probably something that I'll probably go see, like, either with my friends, my husband, my older daughter. I don't know, but, you know, we went to the movies, we got there, 10:30 something yesterday, and it was already crowded for Wakanda. So, I'm gonna wait another couple weeks before, I try to go, but we didn't go to the movies yesterday, and my mother ended up calling me while we was in the movies, and I called her back when we got out, and she was already going over my sister's house to drop off some mail, so she offered to take my daughter over there with her. So my daughter went over there and she stayed the night. So I kind of had the day to myself, and I really haven't had the day free to myself without having to worry about my youngest daughter. So I took the day to myself. I didn't pull out no phone. Me and my husband went out to eat. I went to the bookstore. I got a notebook for journaling. I'll probably show you guys later. Maybe I'll show it to you in my haul that I do plan on doing later. That's not a part of this video, but I did get a notebook. It's journaling. It's really cute, but I'll probably show you guys later. But I might show you at the end of this. Or I might put it in my theme page picture so y'all know what I'm talking about. But I got that book. It was a different book that I was looking for. I believe it's called Positive Thinking. I can't remember who it was by, but it was suggested because on YouTube, I think it was Wednesday. It was sometime this week. This lady came up that does readings, and if I don't know if I've ever showed you, but I do, I believe in the Lord, of course, but I also believe in astrology and, birth charts and things like that. I believe in all that, crystal, chakra, positive energy, negative energy. I believe in all of that. And it just so happens that her name is 300 Priestess. I believe that's what her name is on YouTube. I've never listened to a reading before, ever. I have gotten a reading done before, but I've never listened to a reading on actual YouTube. I honestly did not know that they were on there, but she did pop up on my page on YouTube. You know how you have the home page and you click new and new things pop up. But she happened to pop up, and it happened to pop up about Aquarius because I am an Aquarius. So I just decided, I was at work and I'm like, oh, I'll listen to it. Y'all, after I listened to this lady, now mind you, and if y'all don't know, this is kind of like a little therapy session. We talking. I'm talking, but y'all listening, but y'all may be going through the same thing too. We just gonna call this Therapy 101. But I listened to her reading that she was talking about Aquarius and what was going on in our lives and some of the issues and tribulations that we are dealing with. And it was amazing to me that she was very spot on, and which made me go to her page and actually do a deep dive and look at listen to some other readings that she did. But it was a current reading that she did that is for November 20th to December 20th. And when I say after listening to that reading, I broke down in tears because it was you know how you just go through life and you kind of put your feelings and how what you're dealing with on the back burner. I feel after listening to that reading, everything came to the forefront. I had already been dealing with some issues where I was having okay, I'm not trying to tell my business because we're not gonna do that, but the past, I'm gonna say month, I like some things that have happened where I didn't necessarily like the way that I reacted to something that someone was saying to me. I didn't react that way towards them, but like I did have like a kind of a breakdown moment within myself because I couldn't believe that I had taken what this person said so personal, and it made me wonder, like, previously I have done shadow work on myself. I've done therapy. I've read self-help books. I've journaled. I've done it all before. And I did it consistently for like 2 years. This is some years ago. I did it consistently for like 2 years because at that point in time, this is like 7 years ago. But at that current point in time, like, I was a fucking mess. Like, I was a mess. I was a mess within my marriage. Like, a lot of things that I felt like I maybe should have, and it's not a maybe, girl, you should have dealt with before you decided to walk down the aisle, was coming out in my marriage. So I knew for me that in order for my marriage to work and, my relationships with like my daughters and my friends, like a lot of things at that time was affected because I was just a mess. Like, I didn't really want to deal with a lot of like childhood issues that I may have had. I am the type of person where, I internalize things. If someone does something, I'm not quick to react. I used to be, but as I've gotten older, I've learned how to just like, push it down, push it to the side and not worry about it. But what ends up happening is when you don't deal with certain things and then, you keep pushing them down the side, it piles up and then you blow up and you go off. And that was kind of what was happening to me about 6-7 years ago, like I was saying. So I had to basically do some shadow work. I had to do some therapy. And, I did it for about 2 years. And, like, once the 2 years was up and, like, my life was pretty good. Like, my relationships with people were pretty good. So I stopped going because, I'm thinking, I don't need it anymore. I'm fine. I'm great. Even though looking back at it now, I don't think I went in as far as I should have. I think I kind of cleared up some things that were, like, surface level, but I didn't really go deep. And now I'm at the point, especially after listening to this reading, where it's like, I want to go deep. I want to go deep. I want to clear things out, get it out, move it out, and let it go. Like, that's just where I'm at currently in my life. And again, her name is 300 Priestess. I believe that is her name. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to look it up while we're sitting here and talking. But, listening to her readings, it made me really think about, my relationships and how, like, the relationships that I have with people. Like, if you've seen, like, I don't really have very much friends. I don't hang around, like, a lot of females. I don't hang around a lot of people, period. And that's because I have trust issues. Because there have been, I used to be one of those females who would hang around a group of females. And, it never worked out well for me because out of that group, it's probably only one that probably really like you for real. And everybody else just tolerating you because you hang around somebody else. So I had to like stop doing that. So now I have like very few friends, and I've been struggling with like, do I really want to make more friends, or am I fine with, kind of like where my life is at right now? And I'm trying to figure that out. Also, I'm trying to figure out, like, what is it that I actually, like, want to do? I am a paralegal. My job is okay. It pays the bills. That's what it's supposed to do. But I want to find something that I love to do. I used to do hair, but I honestly just don't have a passion for that anymore. Like, I have the passion for doing my hair, like my friend's hair or my daughter's hair, but, like, the general public, no. And for me, it's mainly because I don't want to play therapist no more. Like, I have enough shit in my own life that I don't want to have to pay therapists to other people. And I most of the time when I, meet people and we start to talk, I start to find myself in a position where I'm like giving you therapy and I'm telling you, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And I don't really it's fine being that type of friend sometimes, but it's exhausting being that type of friend all the time. And, I guess you could say I'm one of the strong friends where, if some shit going on with me, you will probably never know it. I'll deal with that shit on my own and that's it. I don't want to be like that either because I feel like a lot of people in my life think that I have put out that like I'm okay, I'm fine, everything's good, everything's great. And sometimes it's just like not like that. And I'm going through a transition now where I'm trying to just figure out me. I'm trying to be comfortable in just being who I am, honestly saying, honestly how I feel, of course, in a respectful way, and not kind of like pushing myself down to please somebody else because, if I'm honest, I've been doing that for as long, girl, probably 37 years. Like in certain situations with certain people, I do find that I don't want to say certain things to certain people because I don't want to upset them or, I don't want to risk I don't want to risk us getting into an argument or us not talking or, I just don't want to do that. But I'm coming into a period in my life where it's just like, I can't worry about how anybody else feels anymore. I have to worry about me and myself. And I know that sounds crazy because I am married and I do have children. But, however, I am coming to a point where it's just like, I can't make everybody else's happiness more important than mine. And, I've been going through it, y'all. I have been crying for like the past 2 weeks because it's just like, I've been really trying to figure out me and again, like what I want, where I want to go. Like, do I want, a major thing for me right now in my life is my career. I know I'm a paralegal and that's what I'm currently doing, but I feel like I'm stagnant at my job. I don't feel like I'm learning anything more. I'm doing anything that's stimulating my mind. I just feel like I go to work and I go through the motions. I go there, you laugh, joke, and giggle because, I work in a law firm. I am the only person of color that works at my law firm. And I know a lot of times, I'll joke with people and be like, I don't care about working with white people. They don't necessarily bother me. But it's like a lot of times I have to shrink myself in a sense because I don't want to say something that may offend somebody in there or I don't want to wear my hair a certain type of way because I don't want them saying that, I'm ghetto. Or I don't want to talk a certain type of way because I don't want them saying that I'm ghetto or I'm ratchet. Not that they would say it to me directly, but, I don't want them talking about me. So, it's like I have to put forth this persona, which is kind of who I am because, we're at work. We have to be professional. It's a professional setting. But I do want to be me. And I feel like that is a major catalyst in my life to where my career, which affects other things that are going on in my life, my career and just not really knowing if I'm not a paralegal, what else is there for me to actually do? And that's what I'm kind of dealing with right now. And, I'm just trying to figure out a better way. Right now, I am going to start journaling. I did meditate one day. last week, but I said starting Monday that, the lady that I was listening to on YouTube, she did suggest that, we take 2 hours a day to like ourselves, like to journal, to read, to meditate. And I think that's what I'm going to start doing. Her name actually is 303 High Priestess Tarot. She is on YouTube, and I'll put her link below in my video so you guys can actually go see, because she does like readings for, if you're actually into that. If you're not, girl, just skip over this. But if you're into it, I will put her information below so you can click on her page, because I thought it was very, I have been asking, like, before I stumbled upon her page, I had literally, y'all, been praying I had stopped, because my normal routine was I get up in the morning, the first thing I do, I go in the bathroom, I get on my phone. And I'm literally stuck on my phone on social media for the next 30 minutes. And we're to the point where I'm having to pull myself away from my phone so I can get ready to, get the day started for my family, cooking breakfast, getting my daughter lunch together for school, make sure she get on a bus in time, going to work and all that. So last week was my first week where I dedicated, when I got up, I told myself I'm not getting on social media until after 9 o'clock. So that's exactly what I did last week. I did not get on social media till after 9 o'clock. And I took that time in the morning that I spend lollygagging in the bathroom I have the Bible app on my phone, because I told you I believe in it all. So they have plans. I think it's called the Holy Bible, the Bible app. I don't know. But it's if you have, I got an iPhone, so it's in my app store, but they have plans in the Bible app. So I did a 5-day plan. So this plan, you read a devotion, and then it gives you Bible scriptures that you're supposed to read. And then I do this prayer thing after. So I had just been doing that all week. Getting up, praying, being grateful, being thankful, asking God to, basically, what is it that I'm supposed to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to change? Where are you leading me? And I swear to God, if this lady did not just pop up on my page, and then, I listen to it. Normally when I go on YouTube, I don't like to listen to things. I like to visually watch it, but it wasn't something to watch. So I just decided to listen to it. And I swear to y'all, it kind of woke me up and changed my life to where it was okay, girl, all these things that you've been saying that you want to do, this is the time to do it. So for me, I know Thanksgiving is next week, but I'm still going to start it next week. I know it's crazy to start this in the middle of the month, but I ain't going to procrastinate no more. Personally, to me, I'm still going to keep the whole, I'm not getting on social media till after 9 o'clock. And honestly, I don't even be on social media after 9 o'clock. I don't get a chance to really be on social media till my lunchtime, which is 12-ish, from 12 to 2 is the times. That's the time frame where I take my lunch, and I may wind down and get on social media and see what's going on there. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm going to continue to do that. I am also incorporating, I am going to start exercising. I did have my husband clean this garage out 2 weeks ago, because I said I was going to start exercising 2 weeks ago, and I actually did not do it, but I am going to start that tomorrow as well. My eating habits have already been better. So my eating habit is not really that big of a deal. And I'm trying to find supplements that I can take to help me with I have bloating issues and things like that. So I've been just trying to do little research to things that I could take to help me. And one of the things that I was thinking today is just I have a YouTube page. I love, if you know me, I love to run my mouth. Why don't we just sit and have a weekly, I'm going to just say therapy one-on-one session where I talk about, how I'm doing, what books I may be reading, to help me along with my journey. I know for a book, I've read this book already, but I'm going to reread it starting tomorrow, and that is The Four Agreements. I am going to get the book Positive Thinking because it was I'm not, what's the word, not requested, I'm just gonna say requested because I can't think of the word that I'm trying to use right now, by the 303 High Priestess tarot lady. I forgot what she said her name was, but it was a suggested book to read. Like this positive thinking book was suggested for me to read, so I have to get it through Amazon because I went to the bookstore yesterday and I didn't see it, even though they said online they had it, but whatever. But I feel like I could come, I could talk, we can, just have an open conversation, because I don't want people to think like, my life is all glitz and glam. It may look good, and I seem, I'm not trying to say that I'm not happy, but I do feel like I need to improve like a lot of things in my life, especially when it comes down to like my mental health and how I deal with just people, period. So I'm doing that. I don't want to make this conversation long. I feel like we should take about a good 15 to 20, maybe 30 minutes. 30 minutes to me is a little excessive, but this is the first one, so we're going to keep it 30, and then after this, I'm going to try to wrap it up in about 10 to 15 minutes, because I know y'all don't want to hear me sitting here talking or boo-hoo crying and all of that other stuff, but I do want to, because we are coming into the winter season, and I know some people deal with seasonal depression. I'm not really sure that's like what I have. I think I'm just at the point where I want some things to change in my life. So in order for them to change, I have to change. And I want to be serious about it. I want to be accountable about it. And I feel like if I come here weekly and be like, okay, y'all, I exercised this week, but I was maybe on social media when I shouldn't have been, or I didn't exercise this week, but I wasn't on social media, or I didn't read, I didn't journal, I didn't take the 2 hours a day for myself. Like, I want to have an accountability thing, and just to be more open about like me, my life, like things that I have went through, maybe like some of my life stories or things that I went through is similar to yours, and maybe what I'm doing may help you. I'm not necessarily going to take the therapist route as of yet. And that's mainly because the therapist that I was seeing before, she was already very hard to book. And I would like to go back to seeing her, but it was actually on BetterHelp. .com that I was doing like my therapy through. You do have to pay for that out of pocket, because I don't think they accept any type of insurance, period. So you do have to pay out of pocket for that, and I know that can be costly for some people. So what I plan to do right now is I am going to journal like it was suggested. I am going to go back to reading like my self-help books, because that's how I started my journey. Like 6 to 7 years ago, I started with journaling and just reading self-help books. And then once that I felt like, okay, I need some additional help, then I went to a therapist. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go to therapy or I'm going to find like another route. I don't really know that right now, but I know as of right now, my main goal is to journal and to read more self-help books and to exercise, because I honestly feel like I used to exercise like I was fit, y'all. I was thicker than a Snicker, I was together, honey, okay? Couldn't tell me shit. Ass was assing, stomach was flat, it was no rolls. Imani, girl, you did your thing, but I stopped exercising because, again, you get it like me. I have a problem with finishing things. Like, I like to start a lot of things and I don't fully follow through with it. Like my exercising, I did that fully for a year. And then, like, I kind of, me exercising, if I'm totally transparent, like, I started exercising because someone else wanted me to exercise with them. It wasn't something that I, was like, I need to exercise and I need to lose weight and it wasn't my original thought. It was somebody wanted me to exercise with them so the price of their exercise would go down. So I started to exercise with them, and I kept with it for about a year, but it was like my heart wasn't wholeheartedly in it. So once she kind of fell off, I fell off and I stopped going, and I literally gained like all my weight back. And my eating habits went back to the way that they were. It was just a mess. And, it's been a mess since then. This was like 2-3 years ago, because I was exercising 2-3 years ago. But like when COVID hit, girl, it went all downhill. Like for my health wise, like COVID and me, like for my relationship, I don't know what it did, but it brought me and my husband very much closer together during COVID. It's just like we understood each other. Like, I don't know like what it was, but like we became more of a unit when COVID hit. So that wasn't an issue. I think I just got lazy. I got tired. I didn't want to do a lot of things, even though you had time to. I'm actually lying, y'all, because I stopped exercising before COVID even started. But, nonetheless, I want to make this, I'm probably going to drop these as like therapy Thursdays, therapy one-on-one Thursdays or something like that. I'm going to come up with something cute to put out on a Thursday. But I just wanted to come here and just sit down and have just like a basic talk with y'all. This is probably where I will be having all our conversations. And it'll probably be on a Thursday y'all. It'll probably be on a Sunday when I record it, since it is the end of the week, and we can sit and talk about, how our week was, how my week was, and, if I could keep up with what I'm trying to do. So that's my promise to y'all. We're going to do this thing called Therapy 101 Thursdays. That's what we're going to call it. And I'm going to see y'all on Thursday. I'm not going to hold y'all. I said I was going to keep this video under 30 minutes. We already at like 27. But, I just want to come here and, of course, say thank you guys for watching me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as always. And just try to have a positive week. I'm just going to leave this, like, note off with this. Like, for me, I'm going to say for me. I don't know if it's for you. For me this week, I'm going to personally work on, like, gratitude. All the things that I have right now in my life is literally things that I prayed for, like, years ago. I'm talking about even when I was a teenager. The life that I have right now is something that I prayed for years ago, probably over a decade ago, like to the T. Like, maybe not like me being married with kids, because that's not what I was praying for, but like, my financial standing, like my house, like literally, y'all, I prayed for all of this. And sometimes I feel like, especially through social media, you looking at other people's life and you looking at like how other people are, doing around you, and you have the comparison game. And, I've kind of been dealing with that, but not really, but kind of like, I'm going to just call it what it is, like getting a little jealousy bug in you. Not like, oh, I hate her type of jealousy, but it's like, damn, I don't know if it's jealousy, because for me, it's just like when I look at, like, especially people that I know, like, damn, they done went on another vacation again this weekend, this year, and girl, I could barely get to one because I got so much shit going on in my life, but it's just like, damn, what the fuck am I not, girl, y'all should see my dog, like, you think to yourself, like, oh my God, what am I not doing right, like, should I do this? Maybe I need to get off my shit. I call it like a little bit of a twinge of jealousy, where it's just like, how in the hell is she able to do that? And then it's like, well, damn, bitch, maybe you need to get on your shit. Like, that's something that I've been kind of dealing with it. It's definitely not like what it was some years ago, like 6 or 7 years ago, because it was real bad. So, like, I had to delete Instagram and Facebook off of my phone because, like, I literally was comparing my life to everybody's. And it was just like, oh my God, I'm not doing enough. Oh my God, I'm not making enough money. Oh my God, my kids ain't looking this way. Like, girl, was crazy. And I had to reel myself back in. So I kind of feel like I was going towards that, like where I'm comparing myself again to what other people are doing or what other people may have. And it's just like, girl, you can't, we're going to practice gratitude this week. Like, being happy with what we have and where we're at and whatever we done went through, being happy about that. So that's personally what I'm going to like work on this week. Just being grateful for like where I'm at. Just waking up in the morning, girl, and just thanking God that I woke up this morning. That I'm healthy as, I think I can, I'm healthy for the most part. It's some things that I need to change, but just being able to wake up in the morning is something that we should all be grateful for. Being able to come downstairs and make something to eat. Being able to be in a damn bed that I have heat since it's cold outside. Like, or like this week my car, like I had a little mishap with my car. Like being grateful that I am able to get my car fixed and not getting so caught up in like, oh, my car broke down. Oh my God, my life over. I'm going, because sometimes that happens, but it's a normal part of life. We get cars, they break down. Shit breaks down. Things happen. Like life cannot be perfect, but I want to be able to be grateful that I got a car and that I'm able to get it fixed. And even if I ain't had the money to get it fixed, hell, I know I could call somebody else to help me goddamn get it fixed. Being grateful for the little things like that. Being grateful that, I have kids that are alive and well and healthy. Little things. Being grateful that, I have a husband, we may not be 100% all the time, but, I have a husband that I know at the end of the day, without a shadow of a doubt, love me regardless of how I act, how shitty I may be. He loved me regardless. He don't do anything to disrespect me as a woman first. He has never. And, you have to be grateful for things like that because everybody don't have that. So that's what I'm going to work on this week. I hope you guys work on the same thing. We're going to work on gratitude this week because I think that's a catalyst for a lot of things for people. We like to compare ourselves because it's easy to compare, what the hell you got versus what you think, keyword y'all, think somebody else has via social media. But we have went over our 30-minute mark time, You got your little therapy session. We ain't went to an hour yet. Y'all only get 30 minutes from me. I actually do have to go get ready to start going to the store because I do have to get my Thanksgiving things. But I thank y'all for coming and sitting down and just having a little therapy session with me, just talking about a few things. Getting some things off our chest because at the end of the day, girl, that's what it matters. We got to leave shit on the floor. I am going to leave the lady that I suggested. Again, if you are into like tarot cards, if you're into astrology and you like readings, and I'm gonna leave it below. It's really good. I believe that she's really good. After I watched her, YouTube gonna bring up a whole bunch of other people. They ain't got nothing on her. I'm sorry. Like, I haven't found one that was better than her yet. So she hit home for me. So I'm going to suggest that you guys go watch her. But other than that, I'm about to end this. As always, thank y'all for watching. And I will see you next time. And always, oh, I forgot. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And, if y'all have any questions, if you have any topics that maybe you want me to talk about on, like, my therapy 101 Thursdays, please let me know. And we can sit, or you want to ask me a question about, how I may have overcome some things in my life because, girl, I done been through a lot. I'm 37, but you know, I done been through a lot of shit. Like, you would be surprised about, you know, where I have come from. We're a little too early to get into all of that, but, you know, anyway, if y'all have any questions or you want me to talk about anything specific or you want me to suggest anything to you, just let me know. And I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. Bye.